What up, y'all? Right here, Talk Junkies. Special guest, we got the homie Concrete in the building.
Yo.
You already know.
What's up, guys?
Right.
What up,
Concrete?
fellas?
I'm good, dog. I'm eating chili cheese fries from the barrio.
From the barrio, from Huntington Park.
I went to Huntington Park just for some chili cheese fries from Tams.
You missed them, huh?
Yeah, it's either Tams, doubles, or anything that says Tom's number 1, 2, 3,
Anything
4,
with a
5.
T and an M.
That's
Doesn't
it.
matter what's in the middle, right?
It could be Tommy's with a Y, Tommy's with an IE, whatever the. It just I wanted the chili, but I wanted.
Oh, you could cuss, fool.
I wanted the ones that look like this. The ones that look like
The greasier,
just
the better.
like a disaster. Yeah, those are the ones I want. Every now and then I get crazy like this.
You know how that's gonna come out.
Yeah.
You. It's gonna.
I was
Same way it's going to.
The same way.
Un desmadre?
The same way it looks right now. That's
Bro.
what's gonna come out.
Bro, it's so good though.
Well, thanks for coming, brother. We really appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me, dude.
This was probably we worked our way up to this one, huh? I think having Concrete here was awesome, man.
Why is that? Like, how'd you guys work your way up or what?
So we, you know,
Who'd you
it
guys
was
have
like a
before me?
finale, season finale kind of thing, you know.
Oh, like you guys had the Rock next last week or
Yeah,
something?
you're like mid-season, right?
Hey, you're mid-season,
Yeah.
get our ratings up there, you know.
Yeah, you guys had the Rock last week. They're like,
Last
that didn't
week
work.
we had the elotero. He was passing by and we just told him, hey, cállate, compa.
¿Cuánto por los elotes, güey?
Hey, venga, queremos hablar de los
Talking to him
elotes.
about current events and shit, huh? How are you hanging out there? That was good though. What's up though, fellas?
So what's up, man? We want to talk about you. We want to hear what you got to say.
Oh,
You got
Fuck,
going on.
we
What
finish
you
eating the fries. Though.
no. What you want to know? Let's go. Let's talk.
Let's start, man. What makes you cry at night? You know, like fuck.
Friday night? My kid's not going to sleep.
No, brother. You know what? Let's hear the Concrete story. I know a little bit.
Yeah.
I've seen you on other podcasts. I've seen you on YouTube. I see your skits. Let us know, man. Where does fucking Concrete become Concrete? Where does Christian become Concrete?
He wants to know where the hustle started, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
wanna hear the story.
Yeah, I mean, the hustle started when I was like 15 and out of school.
You dropped out.
Nah, it was more like they told me just to stop coming.
Stop coming.
I was like,
They were like, stop coming to school.
don't show.
Just fucking leave, man.
Were you a clown at school? Like, were you fucking like doing skits, talking, you know,
I wasn't
mimicking
a clown.
your teacher?
I
and
wasn't
shit?
a clown as much as I was like a, you know. Nah, I was. I mean, I was a clown around my cousins and like my close friends. But other than that, like, if you knew me in high school, you probably knew me because I was playing basketball, I was playing travel ball, or I was probably, you know, selling you a sack during like recess or something, you know.
You were that guy.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I was like, as soon as I turned like 13, I was DJing, and I got like my first taste of like little big money to me.
Yeah,
I used to get paid $50 to DJ.
that was big money, bro.
So that was big money to a 13-year-old. I mean, I was making,
$5 sacks and
well,
shit.
yeah, man, I was making $50 on Friday, $50 on Saturday, $50 on Sunday.
Enough for an ounce on Monday.
Oh,
Or
dude,
fuck,
like
a quarter pound, probably. Shit.
Oh no,
Back
I mean,
in the days.
No.
Some
I mean,
stress?
Yeah. Though, to me at that time, it was like, okay, cool. I can buy like, I can put cheese on my burger without my pops tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like without my pops bringing it from home. You know, like because my dad was like, nah, we got cheese at home. So he would get like his own slices of cheese and put like the crab singles.
Not to shift subjects,
Yeah,
but is your dad the way he acts? Is that who he is? Is he?
Yeah,
was he-
generally for the most part. Obviously, like, you know, I don't try to do shit to him that makes him
seems really
react all
down
the
to
time.
earth.
Hey,
bro.
you gotta give everybody the famous look when someone tells you that look you give. I remember like when you started that. I don't know.
The look.
Hey, it's funny because there's someone telling him, he's like, just your face
The
expression.
look, yeah. I mean, because the look,
man.
Like I didn't. People would always tell me, like, bro, las pinches caras que haces, güey.
Yeah.
Ever since I was a kid, my dad has videos of it. Yeah. So people would always tell me, like, fool, your fucking faces, bro, las caras que
You
haces,
can
güey.
fool somebody, man. Like, you can
Would that
they'll
piss
buy
you
your
off?
flesh.
Be like, bro, that's me. Fuck, you're laughing at who I am. Actually,
Well, in the beginning, yeah,
comes down to
because-
that, you know?
Well, in the beginning, yeah, because I was, you know, you got to think about it. I'm a 10-year-old kid. I got buck teeth and I got a big ass gap in my teeth. So like I was able to fit my finger like this.
So where's the patient
Right?
ready to?
So I wasn't the most, like, I wasn't very pleasant to look at, right? So, and then I had a bowl haircut. My parents didn't really believe in like fades and shit.
Yeah.
Little Edgar look, huh?
Yeah, no, so like it was worse, bro. Like it was more like bowl cut. Like I literally like I would
Yeah,
go like
bangs.
this. Yeah, like it was just bowl cut.
It's
So-
because back in the day they used to, menudo. And,
Yeah, so that was,
and
but my mom didn't understand that shit wasn't cool at school. My mom was like, tiene bonito pelo y la chingada, but like I was at fucking school like hating it, bro. Hot as fuck during the summer, you know.
You remember that fucking one cut, that fucking mushroom?
that was it.
That was it. I had the mushroom cut, the bowl mushroom cut, you know. And so yeah, I wasn't, I wasn't really a really pleasant thing to look at as a kid.
It was a Luis Miguel cut. Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I got
killed
bullied
one
a
of
lot. Yeah, like I definitely got bullied a lot in school.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's that one.
Yeah, I got bullied, and then I was like one of the few Mexican kids in that school, so it was even harder for me to adjust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like the mic, right?
Yeah, like dog, I didn't get out of ESL till like fifth or sixth grade.
I think we're all the same way.
I was in ESL, bro. Like, I remember it took like, I think like in fifth grade, I went to Miss Davis's class, and I was there for like a month, and she was like, "We have to send your ass back because you're not ready." You know what I'm saying?
Well, the hard shit
He got
is,
promoted, huh?
Yeah.
Got demoted at the same time.
Yeah, bro. So I got demoted in elementary. I was in Mission Argotes class. I was there for like 3 years, first, second, third, fourth grade. So I think it was like 3 years. First grade, I tried to do English, and then they were like, "No, you gotta go to a regular to an ESL."
Damn.
So I was in ESL, and I remember it was me and my friend Darwin Hernandez. There you go. Yeah, me and my friend Darwin Hernandez.
Put him on the spot right now.
Darwin, hey, Darwin, where you at nowadays?
Yeah,
What
you know what's funny is that I didn't even know Darwin wasn't Mexican.
He just had.
Like I didn't
I don't know
know
if that name gave it away.
I didn't know the difference, right? It wasn't until like I grew up that I thought about it. I was like, people were like, Darwin, they're like, that fool was like Salvi or something. And then I started looking back at shit, right? And I was like, yeah, he used to always go for like the USA instead of Mexico. So, like in recess and shit, like we would play soccer and he'd always be the US. I was like, how come this fool doesn't want to be
Typical
Mexico?
Salvi,
I was like, how come
yeah.
this want to be Mexico? And I was like, okay, makes sense, you know? But he was like my best friend in elementary. Me and my friend Darwin Hernandez. Not arguably, we were the ugliest kids in school.
So you went to a predominant white school.
Yeah.
ESL didn't know how to speak the
it
language
wasn't
that good.
predominantly white. It was like white, and then there was like Chicano kids,
Okay.
right? But the Chicano kids, they're like second, third generation,
Yeah, so they don't even know.
so
how to
they don't
speak
even know Spanish. So we were like paisas to them.
yeah.
They was like, oh, you guys are paisas and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
went
So-
to from 1st to 5th grade.
Yeah.
It was all Spanish
Okay.
because my mom said, "Oh, it's easier for me to understand the teacher." Well,
Oh,
I'm like, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But then she took me out and she put me in private school.
Yeah.
That shit was all English.
Well, they never knew.
I was all like,
Oh, you went to private school?
yeah, bro.
Aye.
Oh yeah, I used to
That's
hate
tight.
Sister Anna.
But
I
you-
still fucking don't like you.
But did you know English in that first and fifth? Did you know any English? Then?
No English at all. No English.
Nah.
So they threw me in the fucking fire, not knowing any English.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I didn't know any. No. I mean, I knew English, but I knew like
Oh, motherfucker.
common shit.
Yeah.
Like, like I remember
Like
like common
fuck you
shit.
and something
Yeah.
about beach.
Yeah, like I knew exactly what the cuss words. I knew how to communicate, right? But I was the kind of kid that if I didn't know how to spell a certain word, then I would say it in Spanish. Like for example, one of them was because. So I used to be like because.
Yeah.
Because. And then that's how I knew how to spell. It was all the other shit that got me. The there, and there.
Yeah.
That fucked me
The
up.
fucking four there's. Huh?
That fucked me up because I was like, what's the difference between there, and there? Like,
They
I
are.
don't know. You gotta
or
look up-
there.
I don't know
You know
about
what I'm
there
saying?
now.
Yeah, I wasn't really good at like
didn't know that.
English and grammar and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
Now I can have a decent conversation, but nah, it was tough.
Yeah, no. I think we all relate, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And then it's like I went to a school where like most of the kids had their lunch.
It's funny that you can remember all this shit. I can't.
Yeah,
Now
like-
that you're talking about it, I'm like, oh shit, I did that too. And
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
we were the ones getting the free
My
lunch and
shit was called.
Yeah, see, like I used to stand in line.
My shit was called
To get-
RSP though, not
we had no
ESL.
sack lunch.
No, like I had tickets. Like the little green and blue. The little yellow and
Hey,
blue
what if you got
tickets.
up there? Your name was on the list. So.
You know, so it was like I would have chalupas and shit, and the other kids were fucking having their, I got Lunchables, and I was like, oh, what the
Capri
fuck?
Suns, huh?
What the fuck are those? Oh, these are Lunchables. It comes with a Snickers bar, and I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Hey, chalupas were the shit though.
It was a chalupa.
I've never had a chalupa in my life.
Dog, it was so good.
Since I was elementary, bro. I don't even think they really make
Yeah.
chalupas in Mexico.
Dog, broke people food is the best, bro.
Look at those pizzas, though. Those pizzas.
So they had the chalupa, and then my favorite was it was like a sausage with a coffee cake, and like the little orange juice.
Oh, you lost
Oh,
me
that
there.
was just. Or remember the coffee cake? The coffee cake
Yeah.
with a little piece of meat, like a little sausage. That was
I
bomb.
don't even remember what I used to eat, man.
And then I just hated when they would fucking like during lunch, bro. They would fucking give you like a fucking calzone, the pizza calzone, and then chocolate milk. Like who the fuck drinks chocolate milk at 1 p.m.? Like you know what I'm saying?
What's up?
You
It's all right.
But yeah, man, yeah. So that was my upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, that's
A little
awesome,
bit of
brother.
that.
That's awesome. So, in that trajectory, where do you find out that you have
Sure.
talent that you want to push? You know, because you gotta really feel, that you have something to pursue.
Yeah.
That kind of
I mean, ever
ever
since,
bro. I don't know how to word
like
it.
ever since I can remember, like I was maybe 4 or 5, I remember grabbing my dad's camera and acting shit out. I remember one of the first videos I did was Martin Lawrence.
Tina.
So Martin used to do this character where he used to get on his knees and he had like shoes on, but it was like a little snot-nosed kid. So that was the first skit or sketch comedy thing that I ever did, and I was like 5 or 6 years old,
It
bro.
fucking pulled you in.
And I was like, okay, cool. And I just loved it. So I would record it, and then because I didn't have no editing, right? What I would do is that I would record the part, pause the recording, switch the camera, and then press record again. So it seemed like I was using different cameras.
Yeah.
But I was just somehow, some way, dog. At 6 or 7, I was already figuring shit out like that. So I knew that's what I wanted to do. Like I knew, but growing up Mexican American, first generation, my parents were worried about like bringing home money. They weren't, let's figure something out for this kid and get him out into Hollywood. Like they didn't. That wasn't in their head, bro. They were just trying to make money. My dad would go to work at 6 a.m., be home at 6. 12-hour days. Fucking, they didn't know shit about auditions, bro.
The
So
American dream that they knew.
yeah,
right?
you know what I'm saying? Which obviously enabled me to be able to do what I do now. So I thank them for that. But early on, I knew what I wanted to do from a very young age. I knew that I wanted to be an entertainer, whether it was rapping, DJing, acting, whatever. I knew that in my and it was nothing like I seen somebody else do it. I just wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to do it, and I wanted to imitate certain people. Like I remember seeing Jim Carrey, and being like, that's what I want. Like that's what's up. You know?
Jim Carrey's the GOAT,
Yeah.
bro. He's a GOAT. He's-
But
I mean,
but I think a lot of us kids growing up, could replicate that. Because I remember, to me, my thing was always imitating, but taking the next level. That's why, like, who I am now. Like, I mess around, but I don't really make comedy stuff. But I mean, that was cool to us then. Making fun of people, and and then
sure.
you get it because people are laughing, and you're like, man, I like this, and you're the cool kid. And that was just you, but I totally can relate to what you're saying about that. That was,
Yeah, bro. And because my parents couldn't afford acting classes and shit, like I ended up getting into DJing. And the reason I got into DJing is because I used to help this dude named Reyes. He used to have a DJ, like a DJ store. So he would get all kinds of gigs, bautizos, parties, baby showers, and he'd have DJ sets. So he would have, like the CD mixer, the speakers, 2 little lights that spun, and then a box of CDs. So he would have 10 of those. So he would send out DJs every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I would come in, and I would clean all the chairs and tables for the day, and I would make sure that all the CDs were in the right cases for them.
It was work back then. Huh?
So so I'm 12, 13 years old doing this shit, but
Awesome.
I'm getting my $50 a day, right?
Yeah.
So I remember one day he was like, fuck, está todo enojado, chinga madre, que no viene este pinche DJ. And I was like, I'll go. He was like, estás pendejo, no sabes. And I was like, I'll go. I know all the music. I know how to do this. Just let me go. I can DJ.
Senior opportunity.
You know what I'm saying?
I can totally picture a movie right now, bro.
You know,
Like,
and I'm 13 years old, bro. I didn't, you know, so he sends me to a fucking bautizo, dog. About not even like a little birthday party. He sends me to a bautizo, 150 people. And you know how Mexicans do bautizos. It's not about the kid, it's about the grown-ups. Right? There's mad fucking beer.
Explain what the hell
You know
that
what I'm
is.
saying? Like a
So,
bautizo.
the people that don't know what the hell is a
bautizo is a baptism.
all right.
He says people that don't know is he's talking about himself.
No,
No, I'm
no, it's
talking
cool.
about our audience out there.
Oh, for the
Hey guys, for you,
for
that are
the
watching
third
out.
generation Chicanos that don't know about it.
Bautismo.
Nah, but yeah, so
a party.
so he sent me to this baptism, and I knew all the CDs, bro. Like I knew that Suavemente was a hit. I knew that Mi Cucu were gonna, you know what I'm saying. So I knew these
you
records.
knew La Chona.
I
you
knew
knew
those.
you got him with La Chona.
I knew the records, right?
La de
So
la
I just
Cañita
kept
Roja.
playing, and I remember like they couldn't believe it when I got. They were like, "No, okay, why they saying you? You're just a kid." And I was like, "Man, let me do my shit." So I set up my two little spinning lights, and I started DJing. I was there from like 5 to like 1, dog. 13. My dad was waiting outside for $50, bro. For $50, and that's how I started like getting into music. Then I started like, you know, obviously I ended up getting my turntables, and I started doing house parties, and you know, like all that shit, like the rebel parties, and I was doing that. And I remember I was like, you know, I don't know, I could have been like 14. And I remember like I was one of the first youngest DJs to ever like DJ at the arena. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
crazy.
So like,
I remember I told you about Jimmy
Yeah.
Reyes.
yeah,
It was me, Jimmy, and 2 other guys, and we had this party crew, and I left.
Jimmy Reyes for Q1047.
Yeah.
Okay.
I left the country, bro. I'm back. I come back. You know, fast forward. I come back, and now I see him on the radio. It's so awesome to
Yeah.
see him.
To
He
see,
pursued
like,
his
grow.
dream, bro. Because he was DJing at 12. We would do these little house parties, and you know, he followed his dream. It's so awesome,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
You went
No,
on
yeah, that was
vacation,
dope, dog.
I went on vacation.
I
Came
got on
back.
vacation.
Yeah.
Was it?
Don't worry about it. Too many questions.
And then at 16, I started producing.
That's cool.
I started producing for my boy named Big Lyric. He was an artist. He was a lot older than me. I was 15. He was probably like 32. But he was like, man, you got equipment and shit. And I was like, yeah, I do. My dad, he had invested in the MPC 2000 XL. I told my dad, I was like, Dad, this is what I need. And he
I
was
don't
like,
know what the fuck that
he
is,
was like,
but it
you're
sounds
gonna
cool.
pay for it, but the shit was like $2,500. He's like, I'll get it out from Sam Ash, but you gotta pay for it. So I was already DJing every week. I was like, yeah, I'll pay for it. Like, just get it, and then I'll do the payments, you know, monthly. So whatever. I did that, and I started making beats. And then a gentleman by the name of Chuck Heat was the one that took me like under his wing and taught me how to make beats. So I'm making beats, and you know, this is around 16, 17. I didn't really have a lot of dudes that knew how to rap, so I started rapping on my own beats, and I made a rap group with me, my cousin, and a couple of homies. And then so you know, we got signed as soon as I turned 18, because I couldn't sign a contract because I was underage.
Minor, yeah.
So they waited for me to turn 18. I signed the contract. That didn't go nowhere. I kept pursuing my career, and then it wasn't until I was like 19. I think I was 20 years old when I got my actual first deal, and I got signed to Steve LaBelle, which at the time he was managing Bone Thugs and Harmony. I think he still does. Mariah Carey, you know, just a bunch of artists. And shout out to Steve LaBelle, Shauna Lewis. And I was that same week that I got signed, right? He called me into his house, and I didn't believe it. I seen all the plaques, bro. Plaques, gold, platinum, Mariah, Bone, Fat Joe, all these fucking plaques, and I'm like, shit, I'm really fucking here, bro. Right? Because I had a song called
I made it.
Yeah, like I really thought I was there, right? I had a song called Industry Beefs out.
Yeah.
And that was like my biggest street record that kind of got me known as Beretta. Right? So I get to the meeting, and he's telling me, yeah, man, like, you know, I'm thinking about fucking with you. Like, I want to sign you. And I said, all right, cool, let's just make it happen. And he's all like, I also got this other kid that I'm going to sign. He's like, come to the car, right? So we go into his car, and he gives me the CD, and he's like, listen to this record. The song was called Bullets Ain't Got No Names. And he flips over the CD, and I look at it, and it says Nipsey Hussle.
Oh, that's cool, man.
He was like, I'm about to sign this kid. His name's Nipsey Hussle. You know, he's a Crip, you know, from South Central. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I was just like, just another motherfucking rapper. I don't know. Like, are you signing me though? Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
But so me and Nipsey got into the same management deal like the same week, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like we both got signed to the same kind of deal with A to Z Entertainment and SNL Entertainment. And then after that the career kind of took off with rap, and I started doing a lot. Me and I'm a part of my my hype man Full Clip. We were doing a bunch of shows, opening up for everybody and their mamas. Name it, we did it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. So that was like 2007, 2008. My first single hit the radio. It was called Certified Kush on Proud 106. Felly Fail broke my record, and that one did really good. And I started getting a lot of shows because of that. And then in 2010, I had another record called We Can Make It Rain, and that one did like 65 stations across the country. But unfortunately, shit happened. My boy passed away, my hype man, my brother, and I decided to live music. I decided to just leave it, and I left.
Just
music.
like that?
I never looked back. I was done with it.
And now you're behind the scenes, or what do you consider yourself?
Well, I mean, I got behind the scenes because I didn't want to do music, so I kept getting jobs and shit, right? Like I kept getting jobs, and I just kept getting fired because I was just so fucking unhappy. I didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
I've always been a creative person, so me being behind a desk or having to clock in and shit, like, it just wasn't for me, right? Like I really didn't fit into that mold, So I remember I got fired from Factory to You, from Fallas Paredes. I was doing accounting. Don't ask me how I got in there, bro. I lied in my
How'd you go from Power 106 rapping and to Nipsey to Fallas Paredes?
To doing accounting, right?
That's where he gets all his little fajas.
Yeah, bro. So I'm over there doing accounting, like low-level accounting. I lied on my app. I lied on the application.
That's where he gets his costumes for his skits.
We still got you.
Yeah. So I'm doing accounting. I get fired, and the dude hands me my check, and it's $800. That was it, bro. I was like, fuck, this is all everything I got. I think I had like $100 in my account. And I was like, fuck it. You know what? Like, I always wanted to shoot music videos, right? So it was kind of one of those things where I was like, I got to stay creative. So I stopped doing music. I left, got fired from my last job, left the situation, didn't want to do no more music, didn't want to do no more jobs. And I started shooting music videos. At the same time, I was doing a podcast called The Latin Legacy Show. It was my wife, my cousin Burst Rock from 27 Junkies, and our boy DJ Roman Roxford. And we did pretty well. We were on LA Talk Live. Then we switched over to Pocos Pero Locos. We Eat Up in Kool-Aid. Shout out to them. They gave me an opportunity to take my show to their network. And we were there for like about 2 years, man. Did really well. And then I started getting busy with the music videos, dog.
And you're getting paid for this? Or
for what?
For a podcast? Or
Yeah, see, at the time, it was kind of hard, right? Because I was, when I was doing podcasting, it was like new, bro. Like nobody was really doing it. It wasn't even really called podcasting. It was called internet radio.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you got an internet radio show. Oh, that's cool. So I started doing a bunch of interviews, right? And then, so that was that. And then once I left, the radio world, I kind of just got stuck on filming. And then I started shooting documentaries. I started traveling the world, so I was able to see about, I don't know, man, half the world through a camera.
So Concrete, man, fuck, bro. You've had what an experience and everything you've done already, bro.
Yeah,
it's amazing and it's awesome because I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
The best thing is having a story to tell, not just one day wonder, one hit wonder and blow up and that's it. You got roots, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, like one hit wonder, like I'm afraid of failure.
Yeah.
I think we all are.
Like I'm afraid of failure to the point that like if I don't know how to do something, I won't do it.
Really?
Because I don't want to look bad doing it. Right? So like, for example, like just recently I took on golfing. I was invited by my boy Justin from AV Chevy, Emilio Rivera, and my boy Miggy from Always Evolving. Back in like November, they invited me like, hey, do you want to come golf? I was like, yeah, let's go. Like, come on, I can hit a ball. I can hit a ball, dog. I got this.
It was a 9-hole or 18-hole.
And it was an 18-hole, and I completely fucking sucked. And it bugged me so much because they were like making fun of me.
You know what? I find myself being very competitive, bro, and
I
hate it. I hate it because there's been dog shows and I won't even go and show my dogs yet because I don't feel I'm ready.
You're not ready yet.
I'm not ready.
Yeah.
So if it's bugging me because I go and I see I have way better dogs than these fools, but I gotta know that I'm gonna go
and win
and crush it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel you, brother.
And that's how I am, bro. Like, I'm super competitive. Anything I do, I mean, I could be playing checkers with my son and I want to beat him.
That's fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be playing Monopoly with him and he's not gonna win, dog. I'm just that competitive. You know?
Got you, fool.
Yeah, like, it's bad.
Jumped out of his skin.
You know, I mean, it's bad, but then I love it because it's made me who I am, and it's made me someone that always wants to strive to be good at everything I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's comedy or music videos or rapping or whatever, I always have to over accomplish whatever I'm doing. You know?
Yeah. So being over competitive, you stop doing other things, or have you found yourself not doing or exploring or I feel like you were going somewhere with that.
Nah, like, well, I mean, I think, with me, like, doing the golf thing, like, it's taught me a lot. Like, it's taught me patience. It's taught me how to not be so aggressive on things and how to just take things slow.
Yeah.
Because golf is all about
Don't
finesse.
take it so fucking serious, huh?
And don't take it so seriously. Golf is about finesse. Golf is about, thinking about what you're going to do. It's not just doing it toda la brava.
Yeah.
And it's taught me to be patient. And, it's helped me in my daily life.
Were you in a fucking terrible mood the whole golf game?
I fucking sucked, man.
Did it make you, like, some people could suck and like shrug it off?
Yeah.
Were you in a fucking bad mood? Like, I fucking hate, like,
well, yeah, because I don't like losing and I don't like looking bad.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't. Like, I despise it, you know?
Yeah.
And if I don't know how to do something, I won't do it. But the fact that I was kind of clowned on, I was like, okay.
I see Justin fucking practicing in his front
in
lawn
his backyard,
now, bro.
Yeah.
So
like,
they take it serious.
Yeah,
huh?
I'm that person. Like, if you may, like, okay, cool. I'll see you. Give me about 6 months. Give me a year. Next time you play, I'm gonna take your fucking money. You know what I'm saying?
Hear that, baby Chevy?
And that's just how I am, bro. Like, I'm very competitive to that nature. You know what I'm saying? Even with skits.
Yeah.
Even with skits.
You got to be the top dog.
I gotta be the funniest. I gotta be the most original. And that to me is how I perform the best. Like, I perform when I want to, when I want something and I want to be good at it. I try to really put emphasis into it and really, like I study the comedy greats, bro. Like, I know comedy.
Yeah.
Or I like to think I know comedy,
Yeah.
And even when I do my skits, every single skit is really methodical, and I figure it out, and I write my joke, and if it's not right, cool, I'll come back, and I always try to make people laugh. Like, I don't like to put out duds, And
when right now on IG, there's a lot of people out there. IG is such a great platform that I think has helped everybody evolve, whether you're in the detail business or you're a comedian or whatever, selling cars, maybe Chevy.
Yeah.
Who's out there that you see that, fuck, this guy's getting close to me? And I'm not trying to put it out there like that, like your competition, but who do you see that's got fucking
Nobody.
Nobody.
I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm in my own lane. So when you're in your own lane,
that's right.
Like, when you're in your own lane, like, nobody's behind you, and it's like this, like, you can't drive forward looking at your rearview mirror.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I stay focused on the road, bro. Every now and then I'll look back, I'm like, okay, nobody's there, keep going.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just, you gotta stay focused on the prize. That's the reason why, like that's the reason racehorses, right? Racehorses have blinders,
so they don't look back.
so that they're just focused on what's in front of them. And that's how I like to live, bro. I live my life with blinders. I'm just focused on the goal, and I'm fucking zoomed in and just push.
I fuck with it. It's like you're like a younger version of that. That's why I tell people, man.
Yeah.
I'm in no competition over it. And same thing with the fear of failure, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's something like how I used to laugh, because I know, like, Dodger always shit talks on me on live and shit, right? Oh, that. Hey, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not a sensitive person. The way I grew up, man, I said, I've always made people laugh, and even with that too, just being able to laugh at yourself. I think if you can't get up in the morning and laugh at yourself, then I don't know what life's living for. You know what I mean? You gotta,
for sure. And there's not that I don't really find no competition. It's just that I think a lot of guys are hilarious, like, but they have their own style of doing things.
Yeah.
And I have my style. It's like, if you want a Big Mac, you go to McDonald's. If you want chili cheese fries like Tams, you go to Tams.
You come to the hood, you know what I mean?
So when people want concrete comedy, they're gonna come to Concrete's page, and that's what you're gonna get, you know. And when you go to Jay Valentino's, you're gonna get Jay Valentino, and when you go to Legend, you're gonna get Legend, and so forth and so on,
Let me rephrase that then. Reword it. Who do you admire out there their style and maybe you learn off of it, or you could be like, fuck, that was good.
Long Beach Griffey.
Long Beach Griffey.
Yeah, he's a black dude out of Long Beach. I think he's super witty. He's smart with his comedy. He touches a lot of points, and he's very witty, bro. He knows how to write comedy. Like the dude's dope. He super huge on like Facebook. Like he has like millions of followers. Like he's really funny. Yeah. I enjoy his comedy. Yeah. I never enjoyed to the point where I'm stealing his shit. Because I respect the creativity aspect of it. Right. But I don't. I don't even see him as a threat because it's like we're just on whole different worlds. It's kind of like George Lopez seeing D.L. Hughley as a threat. Like it just doesn't mix. Like it doesn't matter. Like you have your own fan base. You have your own style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And that to me is like, it's not to sound cocky. Like, oh, I don't have any fucking guys that I'm threatened by. No, I'm not, because I feel like I'm just me, bro. And nobody can be concrete. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be concrete.
He's unique. But we can all relate to it,
Yeah,
just
for
being
sure.
yourself is most important.
And I think being a person that has to have make people laugh, you have to be good spirited, and you can't even be competitive in that nature. I mean,
it is a competitive sport because in a sense, because when I see somebody do a funny skit, I'm like, that was hilarious. That was good. That was good. Okay, cool. And then I go pen. When I was rapping, I wanted to be the best rapper. I feel like if I rap right now, I'll be better than half of these dudes, because that's just my competitive spirit. Yeah. I might not be the greatest rapper, but in my head, yeah, I am. I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the nature of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the nature of who I am and how I process shit. You know what I'm saying? And I try to teach a lot of my friends and people that always hear me out. It's like, bro, just do you, bro. Just do you. The moment you try to copy something, it's just not gonna work. Just be yourself, bro. Just be yourself.
Bring that to the table.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of even with music, right? When I was doing music, right? Music was my life, bro. Music was my passion, and I knew how to make music. I know how to write a record. I got to radio twice in my lifetime when I was really pushing for radio. Yeah. I was 20 years old. When I was 15, I was like, I'm gonna have a song on the radio. 5 years later, I did that. Wow. You see what I'm saying? So I manifested. I put the work in behind it, and when I got the opportunity, I wrote a record that was a radio record. And with comedy, it was like, cool. If I'm gonna do comedy, I'm gonna do comedy to the point where I want to be on TV. I want to be in movies. I'm not aiming to be a influencer. Like I'm not trying to be an influencer. You know what I'm saying? I'm using the platform to get me out there.
I'm gonna say that.
But I'm not trying to be an influencer. You know what I'm saying? I think I want to be in movies. I want to be essentially the first Latino Will Smith or Max, whatever the fuck you call it.
And I was gonna go with that one. What like inspires, not inspires. I was gonna say like just the compliment, the comedy compliment, the acting.
Yeah, like I mean, comedy has
opened the door for you. Like
has opened the door for me to people to be like, okay, cool, you can actually act.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, like you can act. Okay, cool. So can you do a serious role? Like I just got casted for a serious role. And that's dope, bro. Like people are seeing past the comedy, which is dope. Comedy is just something that's gonna open the doors for me, and be able to hopefully get roles like, like I wrote a movie. You know what I'm saying? I wrote a movie, and it's a buddy cop movie, and we're getting funding for it now, and it's gonna be the first action comedy for Latinos, like Bad Boys, and because we don't have that, we haven't had that, right? So I wanted to create something that was LA based. Chicano, raza, that is a fucking blockbuster. And that's my goal. That's ultimately what I'm trying to get done right now. In 5 years, I don't know, dude. I may want to fucking run for mayor. I don't know. But right now, I'm having fun doing comedy. I want to make great movies, great comedy, and just hopefully people enjoy it,
You get bored of things, of your projects right away?
I get bored easily. I get bored fast. Like I'll drop a skit and I'm over it. I don't even look back at the skit. Like I'll go and I'll reply to the comments as much as I can. But when I drop a skit, I'm already looking at the next thing to do, because the next man is already thinking about what to do next. Yeah. If I'm working 2 hours a day, there's a dude right now working 13 hours a day. You see what I'm saying? So I don't have time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I always feel like I'm running out of time. Yeah. I've always lived I never thought I'd see past 25. You see what I'm saying? So here I am at my 30 something.
Yeah. No way.
Like I see now I'm at 30 something and I'm still here, And yeah, man, I just like I gotta keep pushing, man. Like I feel like I don't have a lot of time left.
That's something that'll drive you for the rest of your life, probably, bro.
I think we're on bonus
you know,
time.
it's-
I thought the same thing too, man. I'm like, look where I'm at, like, man, and everything, the time, the things I do now. I'm like, I look back, I mean, working hard, all those hours I did.
Yeah.
To now having the big ass family I have and shit, I'm loving it.
And I'm a procrastinator.
Yeah.
So imagine if I wasn't.
Well, you showed up late, trust me. And he went to go eat.
And I went to go. Like I've always been like, yeah, fuck, I'll get it done tomorrow. I've always been that person,
There's certain things that I'll do right away if the money's behind it, because that's my ultimate goal always. I'm driven by making money, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it sounds bad or whatever, but that's who I am.
Yeah, that's cool.
But paying bills and doing all the paperwork, I procrastinate, bro. I can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't excite me. I don't care for it. You know.
I don't anyway.
Yeah, but like comedy, like to me, when I started doing comedy or even music videos, like comedy was never about the money to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just about making people, and it's still about making people laugh to me. The fact that I'm able to turn $1 on it is dope, right? Because at the end of the day, yeah, do I spend money? I spend a lot of fucking money doing comedy. I spend on my costumes, on my wigs, on you know what I'm saying? I spend a lot of money, bro. Like, for example, when I did Andre 3000, when I did the Hey Ya shit, right?
Yeah.
That was $200 fucking costume. That wasn't fucking cheap, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Where do you shop at?
And you had to straighten your hair for that? And
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's a lot that goes with it,
You had to iron it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's never been about money to me,
You're
bro.
like a superhero.
And that's why you don't see 1,000 brands on my page. That's why I only fuck with certain brands. I fuck with Better Cam. I fuck with AV Chevy. I fuck with certain brands, bro, that have grown with me, that saw the big picture. And I'm like, okay, cool. You see the big picture. I'm fucking with you to the end because you see the big picture. I'm a loyal cat like that, right? AV Chevy, they saw the bigger picture a year ago. They were like, hey, bro, you got something. I wanna work with you. And when people fuck with me like that, I'm like, cool. Then I'm gonna stick around with you, and we gonna run this shit together.
That's fucking.
You know what I'm saying? So I always like to just keep the circle tight, and that's why you don't, I mean, not that I don't support brands, because I support a lot of brands through my, even people that don't pay me. Like if I see somebody doing good, like boom, I repost your shit on my stories and I'll put the swiper for it. It's all love, bro. Like I'm not tripping. I'm not trying to get paid off of every little fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, is it nice when I get a check? Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Like this is all I want to do, And if I can make you laugh, and you can shoot $1 my way, that's cool. I'm not asking for it, but it's nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm able to reinvest that, and I'm able to keep making skits for you guys.
That's awesome, brother. It's such a great motivational story, and seeing you work, because I follow you. Obviously, you're a friend.
Yeah.
You help us here at Better Chem, so I follow you, and I just see you involved in all these things.
Yeah.
Like the way I see Ink also. It's awesome, and I see, and I think I told you, I want to get in before concrete. It's too late. When I don't want to look back and be like, "Fuck, I had a chance to fuck with this guy."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, brother. Because
he's still humble and grounded right now.
Yeah, you're still humble. You're grounded, and I'm pretty sure you always will be. But I can see where you're going, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man.
I remember 20 years back seeing George Lopez on the radio, hearing George Lopez on the radio, how he started, and it's the same story,
Yeah.
Same story. You're going who knows where.
Yeah.
But it's all the way up, brother.
Yeah,
That's
man.
awesome.
It's tight, man. I mean, my life has changed in 2 years, bro. My life has changed in 2 years. I went from going to the store and being able to just shop to like going to the store and people being like, yo, bro, like, you concrete? Yeah, it was, oh man, like, dog, you make my day, bro. Like, I love your shit. Like, you make me laugh, but like, that's cool, bro. Like,
Makes you feel good?
yeah, bro. Like, man,
Local celebrity,
yeah, bro. Like when I get that DM and somebody's like, yo, man, I've been, my mom's been going through cancer. I've been showing her your videos and it's been making her smile. Like, bro, like that's it, bro.
I think
like,
that's a lot meaningful. Like I used to get,
like I'm not tripping off this money shit, bro. Like we ain't taking
We're
none of this
touching
shit
lives,
with
bro,
us.
trust
You know
me.
what I'm saying? But one thing I can leave is a fucking legacy and a memory to be like, yo, that was a funny fucking dude. People ain't gonna worry. People ain't gonna remember the shoes I wore. People ain't gonna worry about the watch I had. People ain't gonna remember what kind of car I drove, but they're gonna remember the peak.
Yeah.
They're gonna remember Andre 3000. They're gonna remember the Rebels. You know what I'm saying? And that to me is bigger than any fucking check, bro. It doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Marco Antonio Solis, like all this shit. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna remember that stuff, bro. And that's what I'd rather leave that than leave a check. You know, obviously I want to leave money for my kids and all that, but ultimately, man, I think someone's legacy means more than how much money they left at the table. You know, I know a lot of rich people that are assholes.
What's concrete family life? What's concrete like? At
It's
home?
hard.
Yeah.
It's hard because I don't get to see my kids enough. You know, I'm always shooting music videos. A lot of people don't know, but you've probably seen a music video that I've shot and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
You know, like Cheekies, Frankie J, Baby Bash, King Little G. You know, Lorenzo Mendez, Capone. I mean, I've shot for everybody, dog. I've been blessed enough to work my ass off for the last 10 years, and there's people that always hit me like, hey, man, I didn't know you had shot that music video. I was like, oh, yeah, that was like 5-6 years ago, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know. And I don't really put it on my social media because nobody gave a shit. You know, when I was traveling and I'm over here in Paris, guys, I'm shooting, or I'm over here in fucking Jamaica shooting with the Marleys, like, nobody gave a fuck. It wasn't until I started doing comedy. And I feel it's because I was giving you something now. At this point, I'm bringing something to the table. And when you bring something to the table,
I see that.
That's when you're giving something back, that's when people can be like, okay, I'm gonna fuck with you. And it may sound selfish and it may sound like that kind of feel, you know what I'm saying? So, oh, you flexing on me, bro?
Oh shit.
You flexing on me, bro? But like nobody
Don't
cares.
wash that shirt, bro.
Don't wash it, man. Yeah, but nobody cares, you know what I'm saying? So I posted on my stories the music videos I do and then I move forward, you know?
You saw that, right? Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
That's cool. Hey, what's next, bro? What do you got? What do you got cooking?
So right now we wrapped up Ghetto Busters, which was my first like starring role on a TV show.
We had Big Citric here.
Yeah, right.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so
Shout out to Citric.
Shout out to Citric. That was my first starring role that I did, and it was kind of weird, you know, because every role that I've always, with the exception of like 2 of them, but almost every role that I ever got as an actor was like either Cholo 1, 2 or 3, or Thug 2 or Thug 3, or Bad Guy 4, and it was something like that, right?
Yeah.
And Ghetto Busters was the first one to be like,
Starring.
you don't gotta act like a Cholo in this. I was like, word? They were like, yeah, you could just be a normal fucking dude. I was like, perfect.
Hey,
Did they see your talent? That we want to see what you
Yeah.
So you got to be yourself. You got to fucking concrete.
Yeah, what they
Show
you know
them what
like
concrete was.
They hit me up and they were like, dude, your fucking facial expressions, you know, like junkies, like they saw my face, they're like, dude, you're fucking funny. We would love to have you star in this role. It's, you know, his name's Jalapeno and he's a ghetto buster and it's like a spoof off of Ghostbusters. And I was like, I love Ghostbusters. Let's do it. You know, I was like, yeah, let's you know, I was a kid growing up, you know, like watching Ghostbusters. So I was like, yeah, I'm down. Like, let's do it. You know. And we went from doing 1 episode on YouTube to the Suits seeing it, and they were like, we want 5 more episodes of this shit.
Damn.
And then so it was supposed to be just one YouTube episode here and there. That's it. Huh?
Ghetto Buster?
Yeah, it was supposed to, Ghetto Buster was supposed to be 1 single episode, nothing more, nothing less.
And where do you find that at? Is that on YouTube?
So we finished the season. It's called the limited season. And it's 6 episodes, and they're gonna be putting it out. And I'm hoping that we land on Netflix. With
I was
it,
gonna say they hit Netflix.
Yeah, cool. And then I got another movie coming out. It's called Horchata and Oat Milk, and I'm co-starring in that with Duno and comedian Jerry Garcia. And we're doing that shit. That shit's dope. I play a rehabilitating gay cholo uncle. I have like split personalities.
I can see that.
So yeah.
Oh, we talking about Dr. here or what?
No, but you say he's like, I can see that.
I can see that.
I can totally see that.
I can see. He's comfortable with himself.
On point.
He even turned. He was like, I can see that.
I know.
Well, Jerry Garcia's from fucking Huntington Park. He knows about that.
Yeah, for sure.
I fucking love it. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. So I mean, it's been fun, man. I mean, I'm working on a couple of other things. I mean, we're writing the Rebels movie. We're almost done with the Peak movie. And yeah, man. So we're moving forward, man.
Damn, we got in the building.
Those skits have escalated to movies now.
Yeah,
I mean,
because people just love the character so much.
It was Tepic off of something? Was it a series? Was it? It was just a skit.
The peak was a fluke.
Was it?
The peak was a fluke. I was in Atlanta shooting a music video. I was directing a music video for my boy G Kickdoor, and the music video was called Mexico. And so me, his wife, and him were building the headpieces because we were gonna have like girls dressed and looking all sexy with their little like headbands, the feathers. Yeah. So we're drinking at his house building this shit, and I took off my shirt and I threw on the fucking hat and I was like, "Who are we gonna sacrifice?" And they fucking erupted. It was just fucking hilarious.
Hold on, let me record this.
And I was like, and he lives in Atlanta, so his backyard is like huge and it looks like a jungle. And I was like, let's go in the back. I got an idea. And then we did this skit for when I fucking wake up and it's like everywhere. It was everywhere. And then that's where Tepic came about. But Tepic was never supposed to happen, bro. I wasn't even there to do skits.
Oh, now I think I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Did somebody actually do the painting?
Say what?
The painting. There was I don't know. It was a painting that you had. Who had it in their?
It was a restaurant.
Was it?
So we were at the one where like I'm just sitting there.
Yeah.
So we went to a restaurant to shoot parts of the music video. By this time, everybody's already like Tepic, like in Atlanta, right? So this was like the third day that we were in Atlanta. The whole skit happened like the first day that I got there. So I was there Friday, Saturday, and by Saturday everybody was like, "On the pinche Tepic," like in that. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "We saw the skit, dog," and I was like, "What the fuck?" This shit really took off.
Yeah, it'll blow up.
You know. So then the third day we went to this Mexican restaurant to shoot a scene, and they happened to have paintings of like Aztec women, and I was like, "Okay, this is a fucking sign," you know. And then, dude, the rest is history, dude.
And how do you make a movie out of that? How now you got to fucking make the whole story?
Well, I mean, I already have the story in my head. You know what I'm saying? It's the evolution of Tepic. He's not the brightest. He's not the brightest man in the world.
Es como un chavo del ocho.
Yeah.
Tepic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, so Tepic is really like, he's a village fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But he means well.
Very humble.
He burns the whole village down kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's a good guy. Ultimately, he does want to help. And so he has to manage his way through making sure that the conquistadores don't kill him.
That's crazy.
So it's a really good script, man. I mean, I wrote it, so hopefully it's good.
I can already picture it, man. You painted a good picture.
You know what I'm saying?
Rebel Nation. Before we go off. Tell us about. Is that going to be a love movie?
Rebels. Yeah, it's a love movie between me and Jay Valentino. So Rebels movie. Man, that's been really fun to write. I've been writing that with my boy Jeff Reyes, which he's a producer, a DP, just a really all around creative dude, and obviously my boy Jay Valentino. We've been writing that for like the last 3 months, bro. And we've been taking our time because it just got to make sense, you know?
Yeah.
When I wrote Boys in Blue from me and Emilio Rivera, like I wrote that like in 35 days. I wrote that script in 35 days.
You told me a little bit about that last time you were here, and that sounds like an amazing movie. Just the cast that you picture in your head.
Yeah.
That I could see it.
Yeah, it's dope. No, man, it's exciting. I mean, I have a lot of big people trying to be a part of that movie. You guys, so it's it's me, Emilio Rivera, a girl by the name of Eva Longoria. I don't know if you guys have heard of her. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this girl named Eva Longoria. My boy Kirk Fox, he's gonna be in it. He's he used to be on Parks and Recreations, really huge show on Fox. And then we have a couple other big actors. Like I'm trying to get Momo Rodriguez to be in it. Just a couple other fellas. I mean, we haven't reached out to Momo, but we have a really cool part for him. And hopefully, when you hear this, do you want to be in my movie? Nah, but it's cool, man. I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited to like want to Emilio was like, I want to play that part. I was like,
for real?
I was like, you want to play the part? Like he was like, yeah, I want to be in your movie. And I was like, fuck yeah! Like, what do you And shout out to my boy from AV Chevy, Justin. He's been the one helping me produce that movie and helping me put the right pieces in place for that. You know what I'm saying?
And once you hear someone like Emilio telling you, this makes sense, that must fucking make you want to, let's do it, you know?
Because I was, like, when I gave him the script, and when me and, when we had a meeting, it was me, Justin, and Emilio, and when he sat down, he's very like, show, carnal. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, Emilio, guess what, man? Would you mind doing a comedy? And he was like, oh, what's the part? And originally, he was supposed to play another character. But we ended up pivoting, and we ended up making Emilio my partner in the movie. And that's just been, like, it's been a blessing because he was like, yeah, I'll do it, and yeah, like, it's just crazy, bro. Like, when he said, I'm down, like, I remember I did a skit, like, dudes like Emilio, when George hit me up, George Lopez hit me up. And this is when I was barely, like, I had like 10,000 followers or something like that. And I did a skit where I have a gun on me and all my boys are on the back and we're like, whoa, 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 and we're talking shit, right? And the cop rolls up or whatever. Anyways, so George Lopez reposted that skit on his page and I got like 10,000 followers overnight. And I remember when he hit me up and he said, hey, that shit was hilarious. And I was like, I think I cried in the kitchen and shit, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe. I was like, man, I was like, yo, George, right away, I was like, George, you don't understand. Like, I'm from San Fernando. He was like, I know, don't let me down. I was like, I still have it in my DM, dog.
No way.
He certified you.
He was like, don't let me down. And I was like, I bet, I was like, you don't, like, I've always felt like, a lot of these comedians, like, just competitiveness, right? Competitiveness is a motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
And George is a very competitive person. Like, he plays golf and all that. And all I want is, like, you don't have to give me your torch, bro. Just light mine.
Yeah.
But, at the same time, like, I got to be able to light my own shit so that nobody can say I lit your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's my mentality. It's like I want to be able to light mine and then eventually help other people light theirs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So.
Get that peak, get some little rocks and fucking.
Yeah, little the peak rocks and Nah, but it's been fun, dog. It's changed my life, man. I'm sitting here with you guys, and you guys want to hear about my life. Like, what the fuck?
It's a great story, brother. I'm a fan, and it's just great having you here, bro. It was awesome to get some of your time,
Yeah, nah, man. Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to come in here and just kind of explain myself a little bit.
That's right.
Explícate, güey.
And let people know who the real Concrete is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing about these podcasts. You actually get to hear their story. Because we live with this image that we see on social media or TV or whatever, and that's the perspective we have of that person.
Exactly.
But now we get to really you're real. You're a real person, bro.
And
you eat fucking Tams, greasy ass fries, just
and that's why I couldn't stay being a rapper.
Yeah.
Like, as a rapper, or at least when I was rapping, there's a certain persona that you got to carry, a certain attitude, and a certain fucking body language.
Must be exhausting, right?
It's exhausting when it's not you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there it is.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
They're gonna know.
It's not that they're gonna know, right? And it's not that I won't knuckle up. It's just that I'd rather not to.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I can't fight. I just rather not fight. Does that make sense, though? So for me to have to carry a certain persona just to rap and just to make people think that I'm this hard ass fucking dude, it's like, no, I'm not, man. I just want to laugh and eat good fucking chili cheese fries, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And from Tams, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to shoot nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hit nobody. Let's go laugh. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do a Pedro Infante skit, bro.
Man,
it's in you. I see it. Or a Cantinflas.
Man, a lot of people have asked me to do Cantinflas, man, but it's kind of like hard to imitate such a great comedian, and especially when there's been other dudes that have been so good at it.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even want to touch it. It's kind of like when somebody does a really great song.
It's that competitiveness.
It's like, why would lose? Yeah, like why would I even do a remix to a song that's already great?
Yeah.
I did do it once, but didn't pan out. So see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Well, thanks, brother. I think we're done here today, but thanks for coming.
Thanks for follow Concrete in order to find them.
Yeah. Follow Concrete. And
thank you guys. I appreciate the love.
We'll put this up in a week or so.
Hey, put it up in a week or so, por favor.
All right, guys.
That's right, Top Junkies. We out, baby. What's up?